Hey everyone, welcome back into TCO Studios, joined now by Vikings defensive backs coach Jerry Gray, who, as we were just joking, aside from Andre Patterson, there's no one who coaches more players
I got a lot of guys
in their position than you. How do you handle that?
Well, it's the guys are good. I got a lot of good guys who understand what we're trying to do. You just got to kind of cross coach guys, and you teach them what you're trying to get them to do. Harrison, this is like nickel, and then so when you're talking to one guy, you talk to more than one guy, and I think that's kind of been the way I've coached a lot of guys like that.
Yeah, I think for you coming in here in 2014, you can kind of say Harrison, Xavier, and Trae.
Yeah.
Kind of your core that's grown up together in this system. Is that sort of how you would look at those guys?
Yeah. We when we first got here, we drafted Trae, but Harrison and Xavier was already here. So we kind of got those guys young. And the good thing is they have grown up in the system. They understand what we're trying to get done. And then now they're the leaders of the group. It's not a bunch of guys we're trying to figure out. Those three guys understand what we're trying to do. And now you got to carry the message. Hey, here's the standard of the secondary. And this is what we're trying to get young guys to understand what the standard is. We've had different guys like Robert Blanton was here. Then we had Andrew Sendejo. Now we got Anthony Harris. So those are really good football players that left, but the next guy has to step up in order for the secondary to be where we want to be.
Yeah. When you look at Harrison, there's so many things that he's good at, I'm sure. And I'm not going to ask you to pick the best thing, but what is it that you truly appreciate about working with him?
Well, the thing I like about Harrison is that he's a professional. He comes to work every day. You know what you're going to get, and it's hard when you be in the system a long time. Some guys, well, I don't feel like working today, and I'm here, my mind's over here. You're going to get the same Harrison every day, 24/7. And, that's what I appreciate about him. And then he's going to take it to the football field. He's going to do his job at a high level. It doesn't matter if he's tired and it's the fourth quarter or it's the first part of practice. So you get the same guy. And it's hard to do that when you're talking about older guys in this league.
I grouped Trae with Harry and Xavier. Now I'm going to group Trae with Mac. And when I think about those two guys, it's really been a progression year after year after year. Those guys, you can see, even someone like me who doesn't know what he's talking about, can see that those guys get better every single year. Do you see it that way?
Yeah, the thing is that when we drafted Trae, we had Newman here. So we were getting Trae into the scheme of things, trying to get him to understand, hey, look, you're going to be the next guy. You can't just accept a backup role. So the good thing we had was three-corner system, and that helped us tremendously because Xavier didn't have to play every snap, and neither did Trae. But eventually, those guys graduate, and now you don't have Terrence Newman. Now it's Trae and Xavier. So Trae, you are the next guy. You can't assume that, I want to think about being the best corner in the league. And then you got Mackensie, who basically did the same thing. Mackensie was going a little bit with Captain when he came in. Then all of a sudden it was Mackensie and Newman. Now all of a sudden, Mac, it's your job. Okay, how are you going to handle being the guy? And can you handle when somebody else is pushing you? See, so to me, that's how you keep your program going. It's not just one guy and I'm going to be here and you never push the next guy.
Yeah. Another one too is Jayron.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about a guy. And Jayron was really good about helping out on special teams when he wasn't playing a lot on defense for you guys. And now he's playing a lot more, and offenses are changing, and there's actually a really specific need for someone like Jayron. He's been a fun guy to watch too.
Yeah, I think Jayron, he has been the guy who his first year didn't play a lot. Came from a great program out of Clemson, so they're used to winning. I'm used to playing. So now when you don't play, what's my role? And he accepted his role as a special team guy. He got really good his second year. I thought he should have made the Pro Bowl on special teams the second year. And then now, okay, I'm still a special team player, but now you need me on defense. So your role doesn't change there. We add more to your plate. So we're expecting you, if they put a good tight end in the game, can you go cover that tight end? We're expecting you to do that. And now it's the same way you expect on special teams, we expect you to do it on defense. And I think he accepted that challenge last year, and he's going to get better again this year.
What do you reinforce with Mike Hughes, as he's going through his rehab? He's not able to be out there on the field with you practicing, but I know you're still coaching him. So how are you doing that?
Well, the big thing we do with Mike is the mental part of the game. Mike was really smart guy when he came in. He caught on the stuff real fast, so you know he studied. It wasn't by luck. Okay. And just so happened he got injured, in the Arizona game. Now he's not playing. So mentally, I challenge him every day. Hey, Mike, what do you think about this? What are you doing here? What's going to be your role? Because we know when he gets back, the physical part is what's going to be the catch-up. I don't want you to catch up mentally and have to catch up physically. Mm-hmm. So I'm always challenging him every day in the meeting room. Even if you're not in playing, you still have to be there mentally. And that's the good thing about him is that he doesn't take days off because he's not playing. You don't take a day off. Mentally, you got to be sharp. So when you come back, you can come back and work harder physically, and you'll already be there mentally.
Last mini camp practice, I saw during the walkthrough portion, I saw you and Zim standing right next to each other, and I couldn't hear what you were talking about, but I just saw it. What do you think about working with Zim, and do you ever feel like sometimes you got to play the good cop with your guys because Zim's so hard on him, so you got to build him back up?
Well, the thing is that this is I think a perfect role for me. This is my third head coach that has been a DB coach.
Okay.
So this is not new. I was with Jeff Fisher. And we happened to go to the Super Bowl. I was with Pete Carroll, and we lost one game before going to the NFC Championship game. And now I'm with Coach Zimmer. They're different in their style, but Coach Zimmer is really, really knowledgeable of how he wants the DBs to look. Mm-hmm. And he understands that. So when he's sounding things off of me, he wants to see what my vision is for those guys and how can I fit mine with his. Because I know he has a picture of what he wants, and I got to keep mirroring mine to where it fits his. So we're talking about certain things about, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And then I'm trying to feed off of him, how does it look? Yep. Because I know he's a visual guy, and he wants to look the right way before we got to go on the football field and practice. So, we kind of talk, but I think I'm learning so much more than I ever had, from a guy who's hands-on. Mm-hmm. And I know he's going to be that way every day.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I know that you love teaching and you love practice and you love football, but we're going to have 5 weeks off here. Mm-hmm. Can you turn it off? What do you do during that time?
Yeah, well, I'm a big planner. What I do is I plan, I try to plan everything out. I've done it my whole career, not just playing football, but, in off season, what am I going to do? So we got a plan that we're going to do. We're going to head to Nashville, kind of hang out. We have a place there. We're going to hang out for a couple of weeks. Then I got to take the wife on her vacation, per se, to make sure I'm in good standings that way.
Yep. And you have a new addition to your family.
Yeah, we got a grandbaby and a little boy. So the good thing is he's actually in Minneapolis, so I get a chance to see him every day. Yeah. And we're going to come back here and we're going to get our batteries recharged and get ready to have a run at the season.
Sounds good. Thanks for all your work this spring and for your time here today. We'll see you at training camp, all right?
Thanks very much for having me.
You bet.